Hey YouTubers, it's Randy here, part of Game Slayers. My first ever pickup video. Real quick, a little background about myself. I've been a fan of Nintendo ever since it came out. I grew up in the early stages of Atari, but Nintendo was pretty much my life. Growing up, I remember getting my control deck and getting Karnov, and then of course the famous Dragon Warrior, which came free with like a subscription to Nintendo Power or something of that nature. And I've been hooked on basically role-playing ever since, but I've been collecting on and off all my life. I started out as a collector, ended up reselling a little bit, but now I'm kind of back to collecting. And I just want to show you some of my pickups today that we got from the yard sales. I was surprised because it's been a while. I've been picking for a while now and collecting and stuff, and really haven't had a score like this in probably about 2 years. But turned out really good today. We went to one yard sale that was actually near where my mother used to live. I haven't been on that area since she passed away for probably almost 5 years now, so it was odd that we ended up back over there, but I'm glad we did because we found a great find. First, I'll start off with a couple things that I found. These are non-video game related, but it is an actual licensed The Rock and Mankind. Got those for $1 each. Not big on wrestling stuff. Know some people who are. Probably end up either giving them to my son or see if they want them. But I do know these go for like 10 to 15 bucks a piece. So at $1 a piece, not too shabby. Also for one of my fellow game slayers, David, we picked up a Transformer car. I don't know much about Transformers. This looks like a Viper of some sorts. Actually, I lied. It's a Corvette. It does transform somehow. As you can see, there's a body there and all that. But this is for him. Picked it up for $1. Figured, hey, you know, not even sure if it's supposed to have the doors on it or not. But like I said, again, for $1, yeah, it can't go wrong. Okay, the first thing we did was we stopped at the again in the neighborhood where my mother lived, and I picked up the Super Nintendo. As you can see, someone took extremely good care of it. It is in mint condition, actually, and it belonged to June. It's her game, so oh well, June, it's mine now. Anyway, as you can tell, it is kind of funky. It did come with 4 games, 2 controllers, and all the hookups. Only paid $5 for it, for all of it. The thing is, I really didn't care if the Nintendo worked or not, which I probably can bring back to life. But the reason why I really picked it up was the game that I saw in it, just sitting in a bag down in the bottom, looking like it's been lost and waiting for Indiana Jones to find it, was Mario All-Stars and Mario World. As anybody knows, any collector knows, this is one of the rare sought-after titles that involves the All-Stars, because, again, this only came with the system. I do believe it only came with the system when you bought it as a combo card. So there was like no way to purchase this by itself, to my knowledge. Could be wrong. Another good find, Magical Quest Star and Mickey Mouse. Very good game. Actually has a lot of fun gameplay. Played it a lot as I was a kid. Was included with the system. Apparently they paid 50 cents for it at one point, but I got it included in my system for $5. This doesn't make much sense to me, but they also had a Mario All-Stars. Again, very good title, very sought after. Why they had it when they had the Mario Star in Mario World, I don't know. But either way, still included with $5. And even more mystery, a Mario World. So perhaps they acquired the Mario World and Mario All-Stars later on after this. Who knows? Now, the next deal was when we were asking about the Super Nintendo, the gentleman mentioned he had a 64. So he was like, it's got 8 games, you know, would you be interested in buying that? And I was like, absolutely. So he goes out, digs it out of his building. He's talking about he just played it. Now, it does look to be in better shape than this poor Super Nintendo here. But the thing that caught my eye right out the bat is I got this in the 8 games with the controller and all the hookups for $15. But this is the first thing I always do, even when I'm thrift store shopping, flea market shopping, is I look to see if it has an expansion pack. This expansion pack by itself are about 20 to 25 bucks. And I'm actually working on a trade with a friend right now to get a Majora's Mask, and it needs the expansion pack. So that saved me some money right there, because I'm starting to kind of relive the 64 years, and this saved me some money because I would have ultimately probably bought one because I'm such a Zelda fan. But it was included in the system, and again, all this was 15 bucks. So that right there to me paid for the system, and you know, and then plus some. So not too shabby there. Okay, the first game we have is one I've actually never heard of, Aerial Gauge. Seems to be a racing game, sort of like a Wipeout-ish type game. Really don't know much about it. I'm going to try playing it on later up after I clean them up, see how it works. Next one is, which was a great game for the time, was Knockout Kings 2000. Of course, like most sports titles, they're worth, what, a quarter, if that, if you're lucky. But this was actually one of the better boxing games. It and I like Ready to Rumble. But, again, included with the system. And this was a little more rare. One of the funner games I thought as far as racing went on the 64. And I know a lot of people are probably going to yell at me about this in the comment section. But I actually liked this better than Mario Kart 64. And it was Diddy Kong Racing. It was really fun. You could choose between, like, the kart series, the flying ones, the water ones. It had a little more story to it. For me, with Mario Kart 64, it felt like you were going really slow when you were driving, and I'm a Need for Speed type of guy, so the Diddy Kong was definitely a better one for me. Another one that was kind of fun, really enjoyed when I was younger, was Mario Tennis. Not many sports games catch my attention, but the Mario Golf, something about being, Donkey Kong and tearing balls, and similar with tennis and stuff, it was actually a lot of fun. A lot of things I enjoyed back in the day. Another one, horrible game in my opinion. I guess if you like motorbike racing, it's okay. But it's the Jerry McGrath Supercross. I'll be honest, I really don't like many Supercross games. The only Supercross game I ever really cared for was the Excite Bike, which was on regular Nintendo. Again, not my cup of tea. Now, this one was one of the best games, in my opinion, for the 64. And, of course, most people had it as it came with all the systems, pretty much. I think they offered a core system later on without it. And then, of course, you had the lime green color, the atomic colors. But it was Mario 64. Not so rare a title, but still a great title to have. My 64 collection isn't horrible, but oddly enough, it was lacking 64. Mario 64. Now, this was another rare title. Again, one of the titles that I was lacking. It was a very good game, of course. This whole franchise. Back when Rare was pretty much in its prime, they had just done Killer Instinct and Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. They were porting over to the 64, and they were doing a lot of good games with that. And that's Donkey Kong 64. Probably figured it out by the yellow case, even though there is a Tony Hawk game that's in the yellow case. So, this was the prize of the collection. Again, one of those sought-after titles. Again, I know I'll get flamed in the comment section for this, but again, another series I really don't care for too much, and that's Super Smash Brothers. Very good game, very rare, very hard to come by. Again, I don't think for me I like the backgrounds, the way they moved around and all that. I'm more of like a Killer Instinct, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat type fighting guy. But even the new one on the Wii U, I don't care for it that much. I mean, I'll play it, but that's about it. So, but anyway, that was the last of that pickup. Again, paid $15 for all of that. A few other little things that I'll mention, nothing huge. I got The Dark Knight Rises on Blu-ray for $2, as you can see. It is complete mint in the box. Not a bad find for $2. Blu-ray is one of those things where even if I don't like the movie for $1 or $2, I'll probably pick it up just to add it to my Blu-ray collection. This one I picked up for The Woman, and actually I kind of like the story too. Obviously, it's not all that great for the story. It's more for the eye candy, but it is Magic Mike. Again, $2, and the old lady can see him swinging in high definition. Last find I have, we actually, the first yard sale we went to, a game I used to play on the computer a lot, and I want to say the 3DO, but it could have been maybe the Saturn or something else like that back in the late 90s. I can't remember really what system I played on other than the computer, but with Civilization. This was Civilization Revolution. Never actually played it. We actually picked this up for 50 cents. It's complete in the box. Like I said, not bad for 50 cents. Again, thank you for watching my first video. There'll be more of these to come. Kind of got this idea. We've been watching a lot of other YouTube channels and stuff where people are doing flea market finds and yard sale finds, and I see a lot of stuff where like they really didn't pick up good stuff, or they made you watch a 30-minute video for them to pick up a Metroid Prime, which isn't a bad pickup, but make me watch 30 minutes for it, no. So I figured I'd get straight to the cut, straight to the chase. And again, don't expect many pickups like this, especially if you're doing this, around where you live or whatnot. Honestly, pickups like this are very rare. You don't really catch them with this many, what I call premium titles are in a pack. But what happens is these people get these systems, and then that's what they do. They collect those premium titles, and they don't let them go. The only thing I really see missing out of the 64 stack, which I was really surprised, was the Zelda series. I figured he would have at least Ocarina or whatever. But again, the gentleman didn't strike me as a role-playing adventure guy. He looked more like a Mario type guy, which is adventure, but more side-scrolling, no in-depthness to it. But anyway, like I said, again, thanks for watching my video. Please comment in the bottom or subscribe. If you have any questions about picking or collecting, or have a vast knowledge of Nintendo, Super Nintendo, I have over 700 games on the regular Nintendo. If you would like to see gameplay of any of those, please let me know. I'll record a video. Even some of the rare titles like Little Samson, Cherry Cherub, Flintstones Dinosaur Peak, any of those types of games you want to see gameplay, please let me know and I'll upload some videos. Thank you and have a good one. Later, YouTubers.
What's up, YouTubers? DRAM76 here, coming to you at the end of this video. As you guys just seen, you just met Randy, one of the new game slayers. He will be helping out, doing a lot of videos, bringing great new content, new items, and new contests for you. So we'll be talking more about that again in another video. Want to touch on a few things like Randy said. As you've seen, the N64, the expansion pack, a lot of games for you new collectors, new gamers that are just now starting to get into N64, picking it up. Make sure you check it out, because a lot of the games, I'm not going to say the majority of them, but a lot of the games does need the expansion pack to run on the 64. Like he said, he picked up a few games. I know Jeremy McGrath, I think, was one of them. Also, the Donkey Kong 64, I believe, was another that had to have the expansion pack to run. But I just wanted to say thanks for watching, guys. Again, that was Randy. He's going to be doing a lot of videos with me now. And I hope you guys keep watching. Remember to tell your friends, share the video, like it, subscribe. Keep checking back. More content coming. Tomorrow I will have a new video up again. It'll be Randy again from more finds that he found. And thank you guys again. Remember, always play hard. And take it easy. And have a great day.